The Trump administration is getting a lot of heat from people on their own side, conservatives, including conservative outlets like the Drudge Report, which just published this headline: wall stall, less than 2 miles built, incorrect figure, 500 miles by end of year, Border Patrol chief out. Okay, so conservatives are going after the Trump administration because a new report, actually there are two different sources, one of which is a lawyer for the 20 attorneys generals that are going after the Trump administration over the declaration of a national emergency that doesn't exist. That would allow Trump to use funds that were not allocated for the border wall toward the border wall. And then the other source is the Trump administration itself, which has released a report indicating that not much of the wall has been built. In fact, they don't even refer to it as a wall, they refer to it as fencing. So according to the attorney here, Douglas Letter, and again, this is the person representing the Democrats in these lawsuits, the administration recently provided updated information to Congress on the status of its efforts as of April 30th, 2019. Based on that updated information, it appears that CBP has now constructed 1.7 miles of fencing with its fiscal year 2018 funding. Now, here's an important thing to keep in mind. The distance constructed so far is just 3/4 of a mile more than what the administration reported at the end of February. So the construction is incredibly slow moving. Conservatives are angry about it. There's a considerable amount of money that's already been spent on this absolute nonsense. And so everyone's angry, which is amazing. Conservatives are angry. Obviously, Democrats are angry. A lot of taxpayers are frustrated that their taxpayer money is being allocated or is being used for this when in reality it was allocated for something else by Congress. And so it's a big mess, and the administration is trying to do some damage control, which is only, they've only dug themselves into a deeper hole. I'll show you that in just a minute.
Maybe they could put a wall in that hole that they dug deeper. So now some context. Do you need this context? 1.7 miles, not a lot. 3/4 of a mile since February. We're now near the end of May. Now, Trump talks so much about how he's so good at building. Remember, he said, nobody knows building better than I do. No one knows construction better than I do.
He meant building a list of bankruptcies.
Yes, no, but that's actually, it happens so frequently that no one will ever give him money, not even the Russians, not even Deutsche Bank, to build buildings anymore. For golf courses, the Russians pay for, et cetera. And his main business is now licensing his name. Because when he went to go build things, they all went bankrupt. Not only the towers, et cetera, but in Atlantic City, he built 3 casinos. I mean, the house always wins unless it's Donald Trump. He couldn't even run a casino. That's how incompetent he is. So you should not be remotely surprised that he couldn't build a wall if his life depended on it. So it turns out he's wasted all that money, just like he did in the business world, and built almost nothing. But just like in the business world, he put his name on it. He's like, that's Trump. Trump did that. Trump do wall. Trump built big wall, amazing wall, strong wall, beautiful wall, surrounded by wall.
So let me give you some more facts and figures on this. A May 20th report by Customs and Border Protection on the status of the border wall specified that the $1.5 billion in 2018 funding is being used to update or build 80 miles of the border wall. So some might think, well, that kind of conflicts with what the lawyer said here. No, it doesn't. In fact, it doesn't conflict at all. They're saying that money is being used for what we're hoping to accomplish, but they have not accomplished that, not even close. In fact, in their own report, they admit that not much of the border wall has been built. The report doesn't state how much of the $1.5 billion has been spent to date and doesn't contradict Letters' claim. Letters, again, is the lawyer that I've referenced. So with that said, though, again, conservatives are frustrated, they're angry, and Sarah Huckabee Sanders went on Fox News to attempt some damage control. It did not end well. Let's take a look.
It looks like the wall, we only have 2 miles built to the wall. What's going on there? And does the president still think he can get 400 miles done of the wall by the end of the year?
Absolutely, and that's an incorrect figure. There's far more than 2 miles that have been built. We're still on track to get close to 500 miles built by the end of the year. The Army Corps of Engineers, working with DHS and DOD, are putting a tremendous amount of effort into not just building a new wall, taking down some of the barriers that have existed that are completely ineffective, and putting in the very effective border wall that they've been building over the last couple of months. That's going to continue, and we're making great progress on that front. We would be doing it a lot faster and getting a lot more of it done if Democrats hadn't continued to stand in the way of actually securing our border, stopping this national security and humanitarian crisis, and actually working with the president instead of working against him. We would be making even double that progress by the end of the year if they would actually get on board and help out.
So how much is built?
I know that there have been, there's over 100 miles. I think it's close to 115 miles that have been finished. And again, we feel comfortable and confident that we're on track to get right around 500 finished by the end of the year.
Okay. So this is breaking news. Sarah Huckabee Sanders is accusing Border Patrol of lying in their report, of falsifying documents and lying in their report about how much has been constructed.
So when she said that's not true, they're lying, remember, that's their government. It's not like it's some other government. It's not Brazil's government. Customs and Border Protection reports to Donald Trump. So, I mean, these guys, again, we've gotten used to it, but it's insane for the president's top spokesperson to come out and go, oh yeah, the other part of the government is totally lying. Oh, and how much of the wall did you build? How much did you love that answer? 100 or maybe 115?
Yeah, come on. I mean, it's incredible. So she's clearly lying. She's the one who's clearly lying, while implying that Border Patrol is lying, because again, they're the ones who put up the report indicating how much of the wall has been built. Besides which, why is Sarah Huckabee Sanders blaming Democrats on the lack of construction on the border wall? Because how are Democrats going to stand in the way when Trump claimed that Mexico was going to pay for it? They should have the funds they need, right?
There you go. Maybe they should have blamed Mexico.
And I mean, look, I'm not putting words in the president's mouth. Trump did say on various occasions that Mexico would pay, remember?
Mexico will pay for the wall.
Mexico is going to pay for it, and they'll be happy to pay for it.
The wall is going to be paid for by Mexico. They don't know it yet, but they're going to pay for the wall.
We're going to make them pay for that wall.
But they're going to pay for the wall.
Trust me, Mexico will pay for it.
And I will have Mexico pay for that wall. Mark my words. Mexico's going to pay for the wall 100%.
100%. 100%.
Who is going to pay for the wall? Who?
Who's going to pay for the wall?
And I want to make sure I give you Trump's Twitter meltdown over this whole debacle. Now, keep in mind that $6.1 billion has already been spent on the construction or lack of construction at the border.
Wow, I mean, come on, that's only a couple of $1 billion per mile.
Crazy.
So I just, before you go to the Twitter, my favorite parts of that was, oh no, Mexico's gonna be happy to pay for the wall. Do they look happy? Do we look happy? He said 100%, 100%. And mark my words. Well, good news for you, Donald Trump. We did mark your words.
Yes, we did.
Okay,
yes, we did. So he tweeted, much of the wall being built at the southern border is complete demolition and rebuilding of old and worthless barriers with a brand new wall and footings. Again, it's referred to as fencing in the report. Problem is, the haters, who says this? Problem is
the president. He said, my haters, the haters, you know what they do? They drink haterade all day. I got you.
Problem is, the haters say that is not a new wall, but rather a renovation. Wrong. And we must build where most needed. Also, tremendous work is being done on pure renovation, fixing existing wall that are in bad condition and ineffective and bringing them to a very high standard.
I mean, like,
so is it renovation?
He said, now there are people who are saying it's a renovation or haters. And plus, it's a renovation. Does that make you a hater? Which you probably do hate yourself, so I wouldn't be surprised by that at all.
Yeah.
But MAGA country reads that and goes, that's right. Anybody who says it's a renovation, the worst. It's a renovation. Got got you.
Do they though? I mean, conservative media appears to have turned on him on this issue a little bit. And
it would be amazing and great if they finally realized, oh, he is incompetent. That would be the biggest told you I ever told you. The TYT Plus app is now available on iOS and Android. Download to get more TYT content at tyt.com/app.